What's up, y'all? I don't know if we're supposed to be shooting right now, because we're getting every type of noise known to man out here as we're trying to shoot. We probably should have tried to go somewhere. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But I'm here with the lovely O. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna try to make the best of it. We closed the windows. It was just everything. People cutting grass all of a sudden. Kids that ain't never around here. It's just congregating like right next to our house, just loud. A bunch of teenagers yelling and talking for no, just cause they chilling. They ain't doing nothing wrong. It's just, normally we come out, it's quiet. Not when we trying to shoot. That's not how that works.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
All right, y'all.
Welcome
to the J&O Show,
where we talk about
things that we would never things that, you know what, I knew that I was gonna mess it up as it was coming out of my mouth. I was like, yo, you're gonna mess this up as it's coming out of your mouth. Now, don't know why. Anyway, a
few moments later.
All right, I'm Jay.
And I'm O.
And now you know.
If you guys are new to our channel, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you can know when we upload. As well as if you have a topic that you'd like to hear our take on, let us know by putting #NextShow in the comment section. All right, but today's episode, we are going to be talking about
the big D.
I guess
the big D.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about some celebrity couples that we've been seeing a lot about in the news lately.
It's just been a lot going on.
Yeah, I was going to say news, aka social media.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much where we get a lot of our news.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And you just giving each other all the misinformation in the world.
Just spreading all wrong information.
Yes, that's what we do now. But yeah, we thought we would talk about the big D, the divorce. Just because it's been so prominent in the media lately. Dr. Dre getting a divorce. Right. Cardi B getting a divorce. Cam Newton getting a divorce. Kim and Kanye have rumors of a divorce. Definitely airing out some of their dirty laundry, though. They definitely, Kanye was doing that. Kanye.
Pray for him.
Anyway, who else? Let me see. There's Kim Newton, Cardi B. Yeah, those are the ones that are really prevalent in my mind right now. And it's just like, yo, it's sort of crazy. Like, what is going on?
Is it the Rona?
What is it? People being forced, they can't. Oh, now that I'm in the house with you, you ain't quite as.
Like, is that it?
I don't think I should have never did this. I got to get the heck out of here. I'm out.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Can't. I wasn't supposed to be here in the house with you 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. That was not a part of our deal. I was gonna do my thing, you was gonna do your thing, and then we was gonna see each other on the weekends. That could work. But this every day, it's a virus pandemic going on. That situation,
together.
We gotta be around each other.
We gotta live together.
Ain't no house big enough.
We gotta do everything together.
Ain't no house big enough for us to be. I was just like, yo, what's going on right now?
Yeah, but real talk, I think, and we've touched on this, I'm sure, in other videos that we've done, but I think that a lot of times when people are getting a divorce, I don't want to say especially when they're sort of still new in their marriage, but let's rock with that at least for now. Like, let's say 10 or less, or no, let's say 5 years or less. I think a lot of times people have this fantasy of what marriage is, or they have a fantasy of what marriage is. Nobody really talks about the nitty-gritty, like what marriage is really about. Jay said he was talking about, why do we what did you say? Why do we do what with marriage? Why do we not
undersell?
Yeah, why do we undersell it? Like, why is it that we don't have more conversations about what it really takes? Marriage is hard work, guys.
It's beyond hard work.
It is
It's beyond hard work.
it is that, and raising another human being
Yeah.
is the most difficult job you will ever do in your life. Okay? Life. Especially if you want to do it right. Like if you want a healthy marriage, motorcycle. If you want a healthy marriage, you know, if you want your marriage to be able to stand the test of times, there's a lot of work that has to go into it. And this is not to scare people off who are considering getting married.
Well, maybe you should be scared. Beyond.
But it's not, we don't mean to make it sound like marriage is, it's like it's a bad thing. It's not. It's a beautiful thing. We just hate the fact that a lot of people go into it prematurely, or they don't have a really good understanding of what it's going to take. I know I didn't. I surely didn't. Like, I kind of had an idea, but I didn't really know. And I guess certain things you really won't know until you're actually in it. But I think that as a whole, we need to do a better really talking about what goes into having a successful marriage, like what that looks like. We see different couples out there, whether they be celebrities or people that we know just around us and things of that nature, and we see the pretty, like we see the picture perfect, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes to get to that picture perfect look. There's a lot of work that goes into that.
I mean, it's sort of like we are sort of, as a society, I believe that we're a little disillusioned about what marriage is. I think there's a lot of focus on the wedding. There's a lot of focus on the pretty of it. There's a lot of focus on, hey, we gonna get together and we gonna build an empire, girl. Yeah.
Is that a really?
I'm gonna upgrade you, boy. Yeah. That's a lot of people look at marriage now like that. Like, we're gonna get together and we're gonna dominate and build this empire and we're gonna support each other. And then there's also
well, that's not a bad thing though.
No, it's not that it's a bad thing. But we're not talking about the nitty gritty. We talking about all of the stuff that sounds all pretty. Like, we could talk about, okay, you want to talk about an empire? Yeah, we know a couple of empires. Will and Jada, Entanglement. J and B, she made an album about it. They spilled the lemonade, not the tea. The thing about these hair empires is that once you start bringing all of this money and all of these and brands into your marriage, all it does is make things more difficult. And marriage by itself is already very difficult. It's not going to be super crazy difficult for most people who are well matched in the first 5 years, because you're just sort of you're still figuring, yes, 5 years deep, you're still just figuring stuff out. Because, all right, so I'll try to put it in perspective. How is it that you're going to get to know someone who doesn't know themselves? How is it that you're going to please someone that doesn't know themselves to know what they need to have around them to be pleased?
Right.
How is it that you're going to build a good relationship with somebody and they don't know themselves enough to understand what it is they need anyway? Like, that's number one. I'm going to just tell you flat out, most of the people that I've seen don't really know themselves. It just is what it is. Most people that I've seen don't really know themselves. They have a vision of themselves because of how they were raised, but a lot of time, like, most people have never sat down and taken the time to challenge the things that they've been taught to see, do I really believe? Most people just blindly do stuff. And I will say that right there is a huge problem when you get married, because now somebody is expected to find ways to make you happy. And that's another thing. We think our significant other is supposed to make us happy.
And that is not the case.
That's not what it is at all.
By a long shot.
Like, marriage is a partnership.
Right.
But
that means you bring you and your happiness.
Yes.
And I bring me and my happiness.
Yeah.
And we come together as a whole with a whole bunch of happiness.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not happy before you get married, marriage will not make you happy. And I'll say have joy, because there's a difference between happiness and joy. But have joy, like that, have that overall my life is fulfilled thing. If you're not in purpose, marriage is not going to do it for you.
Right.
It's not even going to matter. And I would say a lot of people are not in purpose. I mean, I think we talk about the high level of depression and things that we have here in our country and things of that nature. A lot of that is tied to people just not being not knowing what it is they were meant to do with their lives. Like that means everything, y'all. A lot of people talk about like having a job that you actually like, enjoy doing, that you love being there. That is huge, because that all feeds into your family. I know we've said that on this channel plenty of times before, but we were just looking at all of these things that was happening with all of these divorces with these celebrities, and we want people to not be disillusioned about what marriage is. Can it be beautiful? Yes. Can it be ugly? Yes. Whether or not it's going to be beautiful or ugly is literally entirely up to you.
Right.
One thing that we talked about not too long ago, we were saying if you change yourself, you change everything. And a lot of times in marriage, we look at the other person to change something that we don't like about them. And what we don't realize is that if we focus on changing and bettering ourselves, your mate will start to change things. Now, I will give a disclaimer. You might not like what they change. And it might lead to you guys not being able to be around each other. Like, that's a possibility. I'm not going to say that happens the majority of the times or half the time. I don't know. But if you want to talk about the key to joy, marriage is not the key to joy or happiness.
Right.
And I think a lot of people go into it just with that initial feeling that, what's the word they call it?
Infatuation.
Yeah, people go into it with the infatuation phase still in full swing. And I'm gonna omit, it feels immaculate.
I mean, it's there for a reason.
It's there for a reason. Yeah. It has a purpose, and that's another thing. Everything
has a time and a season.
Yes, a lot of us guys especially think that emotions are weak and they're terrible and they destroy everything and whatever the case may be. And emotions can be very destructive, don't get me wrong, but emotions have a purpose.
Right.
Everything has a purpose. Your intelligence, your emotions, your spiritual aspect, everything is all tied into one. And I think that we need to start really being real with each other, because a lot of us will have all of these marital issues and we'll tell no one about them, and we think that that's actually the best thing because don't nobody need to be in our business, which I understand it, but that is also the reason why a lot of us are getting into a lot of bad situations, because we have no information to pull on.
Right. Because we don't talk about it.
Because we don't talk about it to each other. A lot of us don't have mentors of some kind that is doing well with their marriage so that they can give you some advice.
Right.
Like these things, like you have to have some of this stuff in place. I mean, you know, there's some people whose situations is like, I'm the only one in my family that has a successful relationship.
Hey, that's real talk.
And so I don't have nobody to talk to because everybody just be messing their stuff all up. I get it. I mean, find somebody outside of it.
We have this thing called the World Wide Web.
Yo.
It's amazing.
Find some.
You'll be surprised at what you can find on there.
You know, a lot of us don't like to do stuff like therapy.
Bruh. Well.
You know, we don't go to shrinks. We don't want nobody in our business. But that would be why our business is so messed up.
Yes.
We have no perspective.
Right.
We have nobody that we can pull from who's doing it right to tell us, look, if you change this and this, you good. Oh, disclaimer. Don't go to somebody whose situation is always all messed up. Like, they're not going to be able to help you. Like, no. Now, if somebody messed up and they be like, look, this is what I wish I would have known.
Right.
That's one thing.
Or this is what you don't do.
Don't do this because this is what I did and it messed me up. Right. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But if this is my third marriage and this one is on the way out and then you go into them for advice.
Not unless you're looking for what not to do.
Yeah. Like.
And that person has enough wherewithal to be able to explain that and share with you, like, listen, this is my third one. You know, it happens. Life happens. We not perfect, you know. We don't always get it right. So, and you can still learn. Experience is the best teacher, but it don't necessarily have to be your experience.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
If somebody doesn't experience something and they can teach it to you so that you don't have to go through it, why not get that?
Yeah. And that's a situation where it's definitely better to be smart than wise. Be smart, learn from other people's experience so that you don't have to experience it yourself, and be wise. Just be smart in the beginning. You don't got to do it. You don't got to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's just. Anyway, look, that was a short PSA. There was actually stuff within this that came up that I just didn't have time to go into. So maybe we'll go into it with another video. But you know, marriage is hard, y'all. It's hard. Please don't go into it thinking that it's going to be easy because you and your mate have amazing chemistry and you get along and you talk well and it's 2 years deep and you feel like it's no.
There's a lot of different things that you have to go
If you're
through.
blessed enough to make it a decade, it's going to be some things and some stuff because you're going to change. It's inevitable.
Right.
Stop trying to fight it. Don't fight change. Aim it.
Yeah.
Aim it.
Embrace it.
Embrace it and aim it in the direction that you want to go into. Aim it towards your purpose and towards what it is you're supposed to be doing with your life. But you're going to change. And that change is going to cause situations in your marriage, whether good or bad.
Right.
So, okay, I'm going to stop. Because you see how I could just keep on going? Because it's a lot. It's a lot in this topic. But that's all we're going to do for now. That's all we're going to do for now, right?
Yes.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Until next
we gonna
time,
stop right now.
guys. Make sure, again, you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. And we'll see you next week. Oh, I said
Notifications. We do that. We do that. Notifications. We do that all the time.
You knew what I meant.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Press the off button.
Come on. Who's doing all this with the horns? Musicality? We're doing it all now. Ain't nobody doing all of this in they records no more, man. This ain't been done since Hov and Just Blaze. I'm Hov. Who you think Blaze is? I'm a dreamer chasing minds after purpose. I came to birth alive. You can see how I'm closing in on my every ear that hears shows a star alive.